Well, hello, my beautiful Taurians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for mid-March right through to mid-April 2025. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Taurians, this is your singles love reading. I'm going to get your overarching energy first and then follow it with a Celtic cross just to see who is coming in towards you. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? What do they need to know regarding their love life? What are they going through right now? How are they preparing the way for love to come on in? Can you please guide them and show them what they can expect for their future regarding love? Can you please illuminate for them what is going on there? Now, the first card you got there is Storms, Cleansing. So I definitely see here that a storm is passing emotionally. A lot of you are healing from something, or this doesn't have to be, I just want to clarify, does not have to be from a previous love experience. It can be that life has been challenging. It can be that the world has changed and, you know, what you want in love has now changed as well based on what's been going on around the world, or, you know, circumstances that we've all just lived through. It can also be that you've been going through some sort of upheaval in your life and you're dealing with that as a priority right now, and you do want love, but you are creating space for love to come on in. It may not have been your priority at this time, but we will tap into that. I mean, it's number 23. So that can indicate that, you know, you are in a period of, you know, detoxifying, cleansing, really, you know, going through a self-development program, as it were, really prioritizing your own needs. And, you know, as you can see there's a lightning bolt. Now, lightning bolts mean higher frequencies. So it can mean that you're going through an awakening. You are elevating in terms of your spiritual evolution there. And it indicates that this is a very nourishing time for you. I mean, this card, it says cleansing, storms. And as you can see here, we've got creation, water. So a lot of you are dealing with some challenging emotions, but you're grounding yourself and finding a way to, you know, a calmer emotional space, shall we say. Let's put it that way. This card, you know, when you reduce it, 2 plus 3 is 5, and that is the number of challenge. So it can indicate that you've been struggling to find someone who really has that spark, that thing that you're looking for in chemistry when it comes to a relationship, because this card, it's in the resistance position at this moment in time. So I feel a lot of you have been quietly going through something, and I'm sending you a huge hug out there. I mean, there is one person there in the storm, so it can indicate that yes, you have a lot of responsibility, a lot of challenges, because this is your protagonist energy, and it can indicate from time to time you feel a little bit lonely or alone in your circumstances, but I do see that that will change for you. You do have the Ignition card there, which tells me that you are going to like have that spark with a person. Some of you may have withdrawn from the dating scene or stopped looking for love, as it were, because you feel that there's no one out there who's sparking your attention, but also you may feel that you have other priorities at this time. I mean, this card, it indicates that you are someone who basically is going through some sort of change. You know, I feel you've been gathering a lot of strength and energy in your life to kind of like transform what you no longer need, but also, you know, move forward with what it is that you want. So it could be that you've been going through a period of removing drama from your life. You're cleansing your body, mind, and soul. You're letting go of anything that no longer serves a purpose in your life, or nothing that you need anymore, nothing that's coming on your journey as you move forward. So this can be, you know, a lot of energy to keep moving through life at this moment in time. But it is cleansing, and as you can see, it is a period of growth. Sometimes people ask, why am I in a solitary energy? Why am I not in a relationship right now? And this could be that you're called to go through a personal development process and grow in a circumstance that has been challenging, okay? Sometimes we get life lessons that we didn't ask for. They can be painful, they can be challenging, it can be a lot. And life has been a lot for the majority of us for the last couple of years. So it can be that something has changed within you, and you're called to look at those changes and how you're reflecting on how you now want to discover love. You know, you're learning more about yourself, what you're capable of, but also what you want in love may be transforming or changing too. So it means that, you know, you're getting really clear on what it is that you want in a relationship. I feel a lot of you want a healthy relationship, of course. Some of you could be going through a period where you're kind of detoxing from a person who is either toxic or very tempting to reconnect to time after time. There could be someone here, you know, with this card in the resistance position, it can indicate someone that you're tempted to connect to from time to time. But, you know, the majority of my beautiful Taurians, once they've left a relationship, you never look back. So I feel a lot of you are creating new landscapes in your life. I mean, this card in the resistance position at first, it can indicate that some of you have lain dormant, you know, almost been in hermit mode, focusing on your priorities, your responsibilities at this time, you know, maybe even decluttering memories that cause pain or sadness. This can be that you are forging a new way, and it's caused you a lot of, you know, strength and power from within to basically let go of some things or step up and empower yourself to decide it's time to get back out into the dating world, as it were. Now, this is the card of ignition. As I said before, fire. This is about you being passionate, leading with your passions. Anything that's in the resistance position, it will go into the upright. So this means where you have no spark with a person and you feel that right now, you know, the world is not a lonely place, because I feel like you have friends, you have people who are a support network, people you interact with. For the majority of you there, some of you are searching for your soul tribe as well. And I do see that you will find members of your soul tribe through creative pursuits. I do see like a community vibe going on there. And you may actually meet a new person romantically through one of those pursuits, because this is a very creative card. So I do see a lot of you, you're meeting someone where you do something for yourself that is highly creative, okay? Because 8 is the number of the self, and I feel a lot of you have been learning to prioritize your own needs, not in a selfish way, but you've been going through a process right now, and I feel this is about you suddenly having the motivation to go and do something. This is often an indication that your guides or people who are in your family lineage who have passed on to other realms, they are quietly guiding you, whispering in your heart, for example, to do something, because they're trying to nudge you towards a person who is so right for you. So if you have a sudden compulsion to, you know, go and do something passionate, whether it's a hobby, whether it's an event, whether it's something that perhaps is out of your comfort zone, I feel now is the time you're called to do it. And I feel this is a time period where you are going to meet someone who basically reignites that fire within your soul and helps you believe in love again, if some of you have been wondering if it is out there for you, okay? Now, of course, your final overarching energy is the water. And it says here creation. So this indicates, you know, that ignition. Some of you could be creating some sort of new experience in your life. Maybe you're moving, maybe you are changing jobs. Some of you could be moving to different countries or different neighborhoods. You could also have like a different outlook, be joining new groups. You could be starting something or launching something right now. For some of you, it could be a personal development kind of project that you've been going through, self-improvement, for example. And now you're like initiating a new look or a new way of living, a lifestyle choice. But whatever it is, it brings you peace. And, you know, this ignition is the start of something. And then we have the creation, which is something materializing, but also maintaining and sustaining. You know, this card, it can indicate that you are creating inner peace at this moment in time, that you're unflappable, okay? So if you've been going through some challenges, I feel like you are getting to a place right now where things are going to be calmer for you. The storm has passed. And if that storm has been that you found it challenging to meet a person who resonates with you, that you have feelings for, or has that chemistry that you're looking for, I feel just by being the wonderful you and being confident in your own skin, this is an indication that you're going to attract the right person in. Now, also, some of you may have been feeling that it was easier to meet a person when you were younger, however old you are right now. As you mature, this means you are sorting through, like, the wheat from the chaff, but also what you want in life and in love, as opposed to just being open to passion and love and romance. I feel like you're being really precise about what it is that you want in a relationship now, and I feel you're calling those things into being. I mean, it's number 29 there, and when you reduce that, of course, it's number 11. So being on your soul path, calling in your soulmate, 11 is always connected to a very important number there, and I feel like you are calling in the one by being the one. You are someone who is a gift. And when you ground yourself in that energy and realize that you are attracting rather than chasing, I definitely see a change in your energetic field. And this is a call to flow forward, shall we say, with confidence. You know, you're being true to your emotions and you're not allowing yourself to remain stagnant in a cycle of repeat. So I feel this is you considering what you want, what is vital to your happiness in a relationship. Because remember, two people can meet each other and fall, wildly in love with each other. But if you are not having the same goals as a couple of what you want for your future, then it can be a mismatch. You can still love each other and really want to be with each other. But if one of you wants to settle down and get married and maybe have a family and the other does not, then your goals are not aligned. So this is about you being really clear about what it is you want in a relationship, and then, being emotionally available to discuss when you meet a new person what it is that you want. And I feel you're actually being aligned right now with someone who matches your couple goals, okay? Someone who will become a team with you. Also, some of you may have been in fight or flight mode because we do have, that fluttering element there in this card from all of those doves. You're trying to create peace of mind, protect your inner peace. And in a world where it feels like things are a little bit upside down right now, that's very challenging and hard. So I feel like you're being asked to kind of like zoom in a little bit more into your needs, lean in a little bit more as to what you want in a relationship rather than, focus on the outside world or, all the challenges. I feel this is about a period of meditation, manifestation, the vision of what it is that you want. And that's what I see here. I also see guides. It's almost like I'm getting a very maternal type energy coming through. Someone who is in spirit, like grandmother or even great-great-grandmother is what I'm feeling. For some of you, this energy coming through of them kind of like, look, dear, I know the right one for you. I'm bringing you towards them. You're going to meet this person. Because I'm seeing a pathway right now where it's like a big, long, golden pathway. And at the end, there's a big heart. So it feels like this person in spirit, I feel actually like they're a great-great-grandmother. That's the energy I'm getting. Someone who's like super wise. And they are ushering in a soulmate, but they're trying to highlight that you are on the right path. It's nothing to do with you. It's to do with divine timing, because the other person has to be right for you and have gone through certain lessons to learn themselves before they can really match and align with your vibration. So that's something that's coming through there. That's the overarching energy. If you're going through a personal storm right now, whether it's, you're separated from somebody and you're healing from it, I'm sending you a huge hug out there. Some of you may be grieving an experience. And again, I'm sending so much love. Whatever challenges you are going through, you're going to get confirmation that things are going to get easier and that, emotions, whilst they may run high, I feel like you are releasing the pressure that perhaps you've been going through. Some of you, there's been big change. The Death card is the starting position in this Celtic cross. So this is like all change. For some of you, this could be a new beginning. It's like you may feel that there's nothing going on in your love life right now, but there is growth there. There's a fresh new start. There are literal daisies growing out of that skull. So this can indicate that, you've been going through a period of growth to know what you want. Those daisies are on top of the crown chakra. So I definitely see here, this is about getting clear. You're in a transition towards something greater when it comes to relationships. But also I feel a lot of you may have been stuck in a cycle of repeat and you're kind of like wanting change. Something has to give here. And I feel you're entering into a new chapter of your life where you're more comfortable in your own skin, confident within yourself, and more open to love. 3 of Cups. Now, I wish I'd written it down, but I didn't. Before I came to your reading, I really got a sense here that, you know, I'm getting 2 energies. One is a friend of yours wants to set you up with somebody that they think would be really good for you. That's coming through very strongly. But also I'm getting like an event away. But when I feel this event away, there's like, I'm seeing like 10-pin bowling connected to it. Random, I know. But it could be symbolic. It doesn't have to be that you're going on an excursion bowling somewhere. I mean, symbolically, it could mean strike, you know. I mean, it could also be that you meet a person in the first date. They say, hey, do you want to go bowling? Or they set something up where you go bowling with each other. I mean, strike it lucky energy. That's what I'm getting here, aligning with an intention. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I'm also being given this energy, and this may have happened already because it is in the past position. I'm being given, like, one of your friends may have told you about like a new app if you're into online dating. For some of you, you may be hesitant, but you may also be curious, okay? So if a friend of yours has met someone through like a dating app, this could be something that you're open to trying. But I will tap in a little bit more to see where you're going to meet this person. I feel the majority of you, there is this energy of your friendships have changed recently, or you felt a little bit distant from, you know, group activity, or you've withdrawn yourself briefly in order to go off grid to prioritize something you're working on without distraction, or you've just felt a little bit like removed for a little while. That's the energy I'm getting. So it feels like you are going to be going out a little bit more or connecting more to group activities in the near future. And I'll have to tap into that, but it may be connected that you go on some sort of excursion or outing with friends, because the 3 of Cups there indicates group activity, and I was feeling it before your reading. So we've got the Ace of Wands. Yeah, there's definitely someone new coming on in here for you. Ace of Wands is that spark. It's literally the equivalent. It's the ignition. It's like all stations go. You're meeting someone who has chemistry, that spark with you. I would say, yeah, this is like, some of you have not struck it lucky in love before. You know, you may have been in high-level commitments where the spark fizzled out, or, I mean, the energy I'm getting from the resistance position of that fire card that came up in the overarching energy is that some of you may have felt like you wasted your time with a past person, or you were rejected in some way, or it was like a false start. You know, someone really was into you, but then suddenly they like let life get in the way, or they walked away from the union quite abruptly. And this could be something that you were healing from. Of course, that will not resonate with all of you, but that is something that's coming out there. But I feel that, you know, you're being guided towards someone new right now. So let's see what is the outcome energy. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? What do they need to know regarding their love situation? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What do they need to be aware of right now? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Singles, Taurians, what do they need to be aware of at this time? I just heard, it's taking a long time, dear, because I have to get the right one. So again, I'm getting this energy of like a very maternal type figure who is very precise. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? Okay. 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords is literally being guided by Spirit to the place that you need to be, okay? That you're protected and redirected. Okay. We have the Justice card. And I just heard, and finally, so I'm being given energy to do one more shuffle. Okay, there we go. So we have the Ace of Cups, and finally, oh my gosh, We got 3 aces here. I'm loving the energy that I've got coming through. And we've got the Chariot card. Yeah, I mean, some of you may meet this person traveling, okay? There is an indication here because we've got like a suitcase there. In your near future, there's traveling. And if you haven't booked travel, there may be a very impromptu kind of like getaway with friends because the Chariot card is there. For some of you, you may be like, you know what, I can't go away or there's no traveling just yet. But I see for some of you, this could be that you meet someone online and there is some sort of distance and then this person travels to you, for example. So please take it as it resonates. I'm just going to tap into the energy and see what is available to you. But there is so much potential here. And, you know, you're being guided definitely to the one. This is facts, okay? This is what I'm getting here. And there may even be 2 because we got 2 aces here in your future. One of them is an Ace of Wands, someone who's got a lot of chemistry with you, someone where there's like an incredible spark. But we've got an Ace of Cups there as well. And I need to find out if it's the same person. And these are like, you know, attributes and stages of a relationship. It's like someone who's really adventurous, someone who's very quirky, someone who has that adventurous kind of like streak, who's bold and daring and not afraid to speak their truth and say how they feel, and it develops into love with that Ace of Cups, or whether this is 2 people. So let me just clarify before I go forward, because aces are new, okay? So I mean, if some of you have just started talking to someone new as well, because the Ace of Swords is in the past position there. If you've just started talking to someone new, I definitely see here that it will develop into something quite interesting. I mean, there are feelings here already, and it will develop into something more. So I feel, you know, you and this person, even though you may not have put a label on things just yet, I feel it will develop into something really special, okay? We've got the Lovers, the Choice card. So I love when I ask questions to my guides and they're like very precise with the cards. So I wanted to know if it's like 2 people or if it's a singular person and different stages of relationship. It's a choice. The Lovers card. So, you know, I feel like you are attracting a high level commitment, but I do get this energy of like a friend of yours having someone in mind that they want to set you up with. Okay. So this person, your friend may have told you about this person. I feel this person's already seen you and they like what they see. Okay. But you may have other ideas about that. I need to find out whether you're interested in that person or not. Let's see. Whether it's a new person. I mean, all the aces are telling me it's a new person who's coming in. Okay, but let me see. How does my beautiful Taurians feel about the person their friend wants to set them up with? We have 3 of Cups. There's the friends, okay? So this is group activity. You may even be invited to something and not really be aware that they're trying to set you up, okay? But that 3 of Cups is like group. Okay, we've also got the Fool card. So this person may be a little bit younger than you, but there's a lot of potential in this. We've got the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, 10 of Pentacles is secure relationship. It can be someone, I mean, it could also be someone who knows a member of your family or they feel like family to your friend. So it could be a family member of theirs, for example. We've got the 2 of Pentacles. I mean, with the 2 of Pentacles, this can indicate that, you know, you're undecided. You know, it's not that it's love at first sight, okay? We've got the 10 of Cups. Yeah, look at that. 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups. 2 of Pentacles being in the center can indicate that you're going to have to make a decision between the 2. We do have Judgment. Oh, look at that. We have Judgment. So yeah, you got to make a judgment there. And we've also got the Wheel of Fortune. One is destined and fated to be. I feel with the Wheel of Fortune there, it highlights that destiny is going to put you in the path of meeting someone new, but your friend will actually try to introduce you to a really solid option with that 10 of Pentacles. But I feel the 10 of Cups comes in, and that means you can see yourself settling down with a new person. So I feel you like the person that your friend is trying to set you up with, but there's a missing ingredient, okay? That's what I'm being given. The new person who's coming in, that's love. So I'll just leave it like that, and let's get straight to your reading. We've got the Death card, so it's all change. And you may feel that something needs to change in your current circumstances, whether it's a schedule change, whether you need more time for you, more time to get out there and have fun, because the 3 of Cups is to let your hair down. It is literally to enjoy friendships, go out there, toast yourself, you know, be excited about your surroundings, have fun. You know, Three of Cups is all about the celebration of life, enjoying community, sharing like events together. So some of you may not have been going out as much as usual, for example, or you may have disconnected from certain friends, or you've noticed that friendships have been evolving. Perhaps they've had too much on their plate right now. They couldn't really give as much to the friendship, or vice versa. And it just feels like people coming together after a long period of time to do something really awesome. So I feel with that Death card there, I feel like this is the start of something, a new chapter for you there. Also, the Death card, it can indicate a literal death. Okay, so I want you to be aware of that. But this is something that's in your starting position. So this is something that you may have dealt with or be dealing with right now. It's not something that's in your future, because this is all over here. You know, this is something that perhaps you could be grieving right now. For some of you, this could be a friend, or it could be a family member, and I'm sending you a huge hug out there. So much love out there for you. I'm just seeing if I can get a sign. Thanks so much, I'm truly grateful. I'm not really sure if this sign came up in one of your readings recently, but I'm seeing a dice, okay? And there's 2 dots. I'm being shown 2 dots, okay? Now with a previous reading, I'm not really sure if it was your reading, so I can't really say, but I do remember there were 3 dots on the image that I saw last time, so that can represent friendships, okay? So for some of you, this could literally be that you have had a falling out with a friend as well. Perhaps you've removed someone from your friendship circle, and maybe that, you know, gets rid of a blockage when it comes to love as well. But that's beside the side, and I'm just not going to mention that anymore, because more importantly, what I'm seeing here is that someone in spirit is trying to guide you. Yeah, I mean, the Death card, if you're dealing with grief right now, again, so much love and so many hugs out there, you're going to see a dice as a sign that this person is around you. And I feel this is about taking a calculated risk. You know, the fact that I'm seeing 2 dots as well, this can represent like the 2 of Cups. It can represent like a high level commitment, 2 people coming together. So yeah, please take it as it resonates. I mean, for everyone else, if you're not grieving someone right now, this can also be a sign that you're about to take a risk, a leap of faith, and you know, you're going to be matched and aligned with a person who is perfect for you. I feel there may be a lot of similarities between you and a person that you're about to meet. Okay, so with a lot of love and respect, I'm going to move away from the energy. As a starting card, the Death card symbolizes something ending and something new beginning. And I feel with that 3 of Cups, it doesn't always have to be connected to friends, you know, or groups of people. 3 of Cups literally means coming together, a communion of people who understand each other. This is also a card of quiet reflection. And I mentioned earlier, you know, it's like you really working out what it is that you want. And as you can see there, there is, you know, calm waters. Okay, there's a slight ripple effect on the surface, so it can indicate anything you do right now that benefits your inner peace. This will be something that will have a ripple effect, cause and effect going on, where you actually manifest something that you want. You know, water is always used as a visionary tool. You know, scrying in the water, very important. You know, whenever I personally, and this may happen for you as well, when I have a bath and lie in a bath for a long time, suddenly the visions are clearer, they're more intense. It's like I'm there. So it amplifies because it is energy. So some of you, it can be that you're literally visualizing what you want, and you know, you're not focusing on what you don't want in a relationship. But this is the start of everything, and you're changing something in your life right now with that Death card right there, because the 3 of Cups indicates that there is more fun, more spontaneity, more coming togetherness, community going on in your life. And if you look up the meaning of the 3 of Cups, as I said, it doesn't always have to be 3 people. It's often represented by 3 people, but the meaning of the card actually can be union, it can be romance, it can be falling in love, it can be things developing into, you know, a shared experience, a celebration of 2, you know, people coming together, or, you know, even a celebration of a birth or a marriage. So some of you, there is an invitation energy. You could be invited to something that will be celebrated, and this is where you kind of meet a person that I feel the majority of you, your friend wants to set you up with, but the universe has alternative ideas. I mean, if you meet the person that your friend wants to set you up with and you're like, oh my gosh, this person's amazing, then of course explore that. The universe will, move things around for you, and in divine timing, if you're meant to be with that person, then of course you're going to choose that person. But if not, the universe is going to bring in someone new. But what I see here with that Three of Cups, it can indicate that, there is an energy of someone setting you up, or knowing that someone else has feelings for you and aligning that with getting you both to meet. But also I feel this is about you promising yourself to go out there more and connect to people, and connect to friendships or community activities, or even groups that align with what you believe in or what you want to experience, like hobbies or something that you're passionate about. But that Three of Cups is very exciting there, because it means that some of you have not been invited to something just yet, and it's about to come in for you. But also there could be an event with people, whether it's a party or an experience or a festival, that you are aligning with, that you may have to travel to. I feel this is an experience where you will meet the one. Okay, that's what I'm getting strongly there. Now we do have the Emperor, and this is the earthly plane, and this is you ready for love. This is you having a lot of responsibilities as well, though. So it can indicate that life has become very serious, and you're very protective of yourself. You've been through a lot. You're someone who is super strong, but you're empowering yourself right now, and you're ready to meet your divine counterpart. I feel this is you having like a 5-year plan, but also this is you kind of like focusing on your success, focusing on, stability, on security in your life, perhaps protecting the people you really care about. The Emperor energy is a grounding force. It means that you're channeling your energy into things that really mean something. You're staying away from drama. This is a pyramid for a reason. And as you can see, it's drawing up all the energy from the water. And if you know the scientific experiments that go on regarding pyramids, they channel the energy right to the very top, the pinnacle point there. So this is about utilizing your resources to make changes in your life, but also to re-empower yourself. But I do see a lot of your cards are highlighting that you're deeply reflective right now, very calm. You're creating an environment in your life where you're ready for love, and creating a space where love can really thrive and grow. And I feel with the Emperor energy here as well, it can indicate that, you're someone who's reliable, you're someone who's brave, you're someone who's achieved a lot, and, you want to share your life with somebody, and I feel like you're ready to let love in. But you're very discerning about the company that you keep, and you do not fall in love easily. This is the earthly plane position, which means, the experiences that you're having right now on this earthly plane, responsibility, showing up for yourself, being a warrior of life, being someone who is focused on success. You're calm in the chaos of life right now. And I feel some of you may be trying to protect your peace of mind and feel that love may disrupt this in some way, but I feel the right person is actually going to offer a really healthy relationship, and a very peaceful, loving, passionate, sensual one as well. Now, in the past position, we have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is an energy of meaningful coincidences and transformation. So I definitely see here that there is a new start. Aces are new, and you've got 3 of them. With the Death card there, this is a fresh new start across the board. So no people from the past coming in, even if you do have anyone from the past coming back, declaring feelings, I feel like you're not really interested in that, because we do have a Mercury retrograde right now. So, there can be people reaching out saying, hey, I miss you, but you're like, yeah, well, you know what? I feel like some of you won't even respond. This is you kind of like having a certain direction in mind, and it's forward only, not backwards. Ace of Swords is like the law of karma. So there is a powerful transformation here. A lot of you have said, you know what? I've searched for love before, but right now I'm leaving it up to fate. I'm leaving it up to the universe, and I know that I'll be put on the path to meet the one when the time is right. And you are right, because you are about to surrender to love, and the universe is orchestrating a meeting between you and a new person. Now, some of you, if you have met someone that you're talking to right now, you may be wondering how it's going there, and I definitely see here that it will develop into something really exciting. But also, Ace of Swords is an energy of, working out mentally what it is that you want. This can be a card where you felt very detached for a while, that, you have been a very deep thinker and you're making decisive action. Like the Sword of Truth is basically like, what is it I need to cut out? What distractions are making me not live my best life? What is it I keep accepting in a relationship that I no longer want to accept? What is it that is making me feel it's time to get out there and find love. Is it really time? Are you cathartically letting go of some emotions and you feel like you're ready, but every time you go out there to meet a person, you're meeting a person who is emotionally unavailable? And this can be that sometimes we seek like a relationship with people who are attached. Now, this is not going to resonate with everyone, and actually it rarely would resonate with a Taurian, because I feel like you're someone who, you have a lot of integrity. You lead with truth, and you may actually attract people who are married sometimes or in high-level commitments. And in those moments of feeling like you don't have anybody, it could be tempting because there's chemistry. And I feel like sometimes you are like trying to disconnect from the energy, or wondering, is it something about you that is attracting people who are attached? But no, I feel this is an energy of you attracting people who are like unhappy in their relationships, but they're not willing to leave those relationships. But also they see you as wild and free and someone who's fun and exciting to be with. You have a lot of chemistry and a lot of passion with a lot of people, but it may not be reciprocated. And sometimes I feel, and this is again not going to resonate with everyone there, but it can be that when you're single and you feel that there's no one else out there paying you attention, it can be nice to get a bit of attention, okay? And I'm just picking up on someone's vibe right now, and maybe this is very specific for someone. I mean, looking at the energy with the Justice card, you're going to do the right thing, because I feel some of you may actually meet a person in the next 6 weeks who is connected to someone else or married, and they may actually pay you a compliment and really flatter you. But I feel deep down, you may do some investigating, or deep down you have a feeling that something's off, and you may discover this person is connected to somebody else, or they are married, okay? So you may actually decide to cut that person out. That something is coming through. It's not for everybody. I feel it's about 6% energy. So it just went off in a tangent energy just now, so I had to honor it because it came through. But with a lot of love and respect, I'm going to disconnect from the energy. I feel like you're very clear about what it is that you want, and I feel like you don't want any time wasters. So I feel like this is a sort of truth, being really honest with yourself, saying, what do I want? What do I not want? I feel like you're being really direct. I feel a lot of you are going to see coincidences. So look out for that dice with 2 dots on it. Okay. What else am I seeing there? Maybe even 10-pin bowling. Some of you may actually see that as a sign or an image that highlights you're about to, strike it lucky, as it were, in love. That's coming there. I mean, I'm getting the energy of it's more symbolic than that. It's like maybe setting an intention. I mean, looking at the bowling alley, you would look at the pins on the lane, and you get your bowling ball, and you would like try and get a strike, right? And I feel this is about you like being clear in intention, and that's going to help you manifest the one. So that's something that's coming out. Ace of Swords is change, and it is new, and it means accepting accountability and responsibility for your life. So for example, if you're like, oh, I really want to be in love, I want to find someone, but you have not made any steps to do that, perhaps, if you have a cycle of repeat where it's not working right now, if your day-to-day activities are, you get up in the morning, you go to like your work if you're working, or you go to your general responsibilities, and then you have a cycle of repeat, come home exhausted, you don't put yourself on online dating, or you don't connect to activities with new people or new experiences, and you're surrounded by the same faces and you go to the same places, it can be really hard for the universe to say, okay, you have to meet me halfway. Is there an opportunity for you to change something about your schedule so that you can open up more to a pathway where I can align you with a person? I mean, ultimately, when fate and destiny are involved, they're always going to put you in the path to meet the person you're meant to be with. But something is calling you to change right now. Listen to the whisper of your heart. If it is an invitation that comes in and you're like, no, not going to that, but there's a little whisper in your heart that says, well, maybe I should just go, I'll be curious who's there. Maybe I'll meet someone new. If there's a curiosity about it, I would say go to it, because I feel this will change everything, okay? And I'm only saying that because your potential position is the Four of Pentacles, which means you're going to have a high level commitment where it is for keeps. But the Four of Pentacles always comes with a cautionary tale, and that is do not let your life pass you by. Okay, so if there's new experiences to be had, I definitely see here right now, you're being called to go for them and enjoy yourself, that you are protected and directed accordingly to meet the one, because you will meet the one. There is love available here for you. Now, the snake is also the year of the snake. That's what we're in right now. And snake is all about transformation. It's about shedding old skin, old and familiar routines. And that's what is really calling out in your reading right now. Humans, we love comfort. We love cycles of repeat. We like to know structure and where we're at. But also that can get a little bit dull or boring. So I feel some of you are in this like antsy phase where you're suddenly feeling you should do something new or try something new or come out of that comfort zone. And as soon as you do, and I feel it may even be in the next 6 weeks for a lot of you there, because we have the Ace of Wands, and this is the start. This is the adventure. This is the vision. And I would also say here, this is you being called to action. So this is your near future. So this is the next 6 weeks. I would say there is chemistry with you and a person, or it's the start of a new project or a new lifestyle change or something that is in alignment with your plan, and it's something you're passionate about, and it puts you in a position to meet a person where there is chemistry and that spark, you know. Ace of Wands is an energy of not just taking action and taking accountability. It's more of like a new start, but also like a spiritual enlightenment where suddenly you know what to do, or suddenly there's that primal power and you're called to action and you have the impetus to do something. Maybe even a spontaneous kind of event pops up. Could even be that, you know, whatever you do day to day, a friend calls you out and says, hey, you know what, we're going out tonight. It's just last minute. Do you want to go? And you're like, oh, I haven't had time to prepare. And they're like, forget preparing. Just come out. Let's have fun. And you're like, you know what? Let's do it. Okay. So it could be something really impromptu that you're called to do in the next 6 weeks. And this will put you in a position to meet someone new there. Okay. I do feel a lot of you are being invited to something. Okay, that's what I'm being given. And some of you have already discussed this, and maybe it's like in the planning stages, and now you're like plotting it or making it happen or booking it. But I do see with this Ace of Wands, because I feel like you have a choice, I feel there is someone where you get a compliment from someone, or, you know, there is a frisson, a chemistry. And because we have that choice energy, I feel some of you, it's connected to your friend that you are set up with someone and you're like, okay, there's kind of something there, but it's not really like the big love story that you're looking for. And then you're literally on the path to meeting someone new, like after that. So I would say next 6 weeks, your friend may try to set you up with someone, or you're invited to something and your friend brings friends along and one of them's like, ooh, there's Taurus, and they really want to get to know you better. But I feel, you know, there is this energy of you meeting someone after that as well and thinking they're a better fit. Okay, so that's what I see. I mean, the Strength card is your advice to yourself position. So this is about be confident. You know, this is about be bold and daring. Try something that you've never done before. This is about you and gravitas. Okay, when you walk in a room, you've got it. You've got that thing. You may not feel like you've got that thing, but you do have that thing, and people look at you. They're magnetized towards you. And I feel like you get a lot of attention, whether you believe it or see it or not. I feel like you do get attention, and I feel this is about you kind of like, thank you so much, I'm so grateful. Sometimes this card means to be vigilant. So I just heard from my guides, keep your eyes peeled, be vigilant, because I do feel like, you know, I mean, if you think about the nature of a lion, this is like the hunt, right? So I feel like you are going to spot someone immediately that you're interested in when you go to some sort of event. And I mean, the fact that the lion is actually on a path, there may be something in that. So either it is literally a path that you meet them on, or because it's golden, or it could be like a bowling alley is, again, it's a lane. I mean, there could be something connected there, because sometimes, you know, I'm given certain images and things that mean nothing in this moment, and suddenly they all start to connect. So there could be something there. I mean, it could be that they live on like a road that is like, I don't know, Madison Lane. It's called a lane, for example, because it feels like a lane, whatever this is. But anyway, with that strength card, I feel this is about you being strong and basically releasing the beast within, as it were, being more passionate, leading with those passions and rewilding yourself in some way. So I feel that's what you're called to do right now. And interesting, I'm being given this energy. And again, this may not resonate with everyone, but I'm being given this energy. Either you or they, this new person you're about to meet, they have a teeny weeny little scar on their forehead. Okay, on their forehead there, however you say it. Because I'm saying forehead, but my guy just went forehead. So, yeah, they're calling me out on that. So take it as it resonates. So this could be a sign as well. It's just a little teeny one, okay? But it's a marker of who this person may be. Is something that's coming out there. And in your outside circumstances, we got the Seven of Wands. Now this means that, you know, there is a protection around you. And for some of you, this could be that you have like created a defense mechanism because you've been hurt in the past, or, you know, you have created high walls instead of boundaries, and you are noticing who is willing to adhere to your boundaries, but also who is prepared to climb the walls, make an effort for a relationship. I feel this new person really will, okay? Seven of Wands actually means you have a lot of people giving you attention. There's competition there. And again, you may not see that, but looking at this reading, the fact that there's two, I feel like you're going to protect yourself from one and say, actually, you know what, you're great, but you're not for me. And you're going to open yourself up to the one that is right for you. But I feel this is a card of, you know, being in a good position to stand out from the crowd. I mean, this is you at your personal best. That's literally what this card means. You're persevering, you're not giving up on love, you're like engaged in sustained effort, shall we say. And I feel that you are resisting temptation. That's definitely something that this card means. But the Seven of Wands, I would say, this is about you letting the right one in, okay? And sometimes we're blocked from love on purpose until the right person comes into our lives. So if you've been single for a long time or even forever, it can be that the universe is orchestrating a meeting between you and the right one, okay? And sometimes it takes a long time. It depends on everybody's soul contract. But I do see that, you know, you are going to meet love. Right there, it's there. And the Nine of Pentacles, I mean, this tells me right now that you're called to enjoy your single life. Some of you may have even felt that, you know, you've been enjoying your single life, but you felt ready for love, but it didn't come in just yet. But I feel that will change. Nine of Pentacles is you having a glow up. It means that you are learning more about yourself. You're educating yourself on relationships, on people, their motives, you know, what you want in a relationship as well. This card can also indicate a lot of you have been focusing on your projects, you know. I feel also this is a card of self-control as well. I feel like you don't really want to get tempted by the wrong person. I feel like you're saving yourself for the one. That's what's coming through strongly here. But also I feel this is about you kind of like noticing that you're super independent and self-sufficient in life. It's like you've shown up for yourself in life. Now you're looking at love like, well, what else can it provide? Well, love, of course, is the answer to the universe. I feel like you're about to meet a very loyal, loving, open-hearted connection with a person, and both of you will be a team in this lifetime. It's not a case of, you know, what can they offer in a relationship? I feel it's two people offering a lot to each other, and a relationship where you can basically together like face the challenges of life, because there's always challenges, right? It's not unicorns and rainbows. We all know that. So I feel this is about you being really independent, and sometimes maybe even asking questions like, am I too strong? Am I too independent? Am I too self-sufficient? Do people think that I don't need anybody? Well, the answer is no, because the right person is going to love all of that about you, okay? And then some. Now, for some of you, because it is a Nine of Pentacles, some of you work really hard. Some of you, of course, have a lot of responsibility, and this card in this position can indicate that there's workaholism, that you've launched yourself into the busyness of life. And it's not that you're running away from connection, but it can mean that you're working on things for yourself, but also you felt that as there was nobody out there with chemistry with you, or nobody that you're serious about yourself, it can be that you're busying yourself with other things. I do see that you are in a state of attraction. Okay, this is a very magnetic card. It means that you get a lot of attention, and if you don't see it right now, you will see it in the next 6 weeks. But it also indicates that a lot of you may be focusing on your finances to create stability in your life. And Because it is in a hope and a fear position, I feel like you hope that this person is independent, that they are not codependent, for example. You may want this person to have their act together in life, for example. I feel this new person you're about to meet actually has their own business or had their own business. This person does have money as well, is what I see. And money is not anything really connected to love, okay? Love is love. You cannot help who you truly fall in love with, but I do see that it helps that this person, they're stable financially, they know what they want, and I feel, they can provide a secure environment to allow yourself to be open and vulnerable with this person emotionally, because this person is emotionally available. Also, I feel the worst thing for you, my beautiful Taurians, is to meet someone who's too busy for you or who does not put effort into a relationship. And I feel that's a fear that is not going to be realized. It's not going to happen, because I feel like you are transforming the way that you conduct yourself in a relationship. And there is like, how can I put that? It's like cause and effect, okay? You're not accepting less than you truly deserve in a relationship anymore. And the universe is making sure that they send a person in who values you and everything that you want in a relationship. So, I mean, for some of you, I feel like you do enjoy your own company, but there may be like a deep-rooted fear from time to time that pops up, like, you fear being alone, because this can be a single card, a solitary energy card. So because it's in the hope and a fear position, I have to acknowledge it, but I do see that you won't be single for long, and it's not a fear that will come true for you. I want you to be aware of that as well. Now, Six of Swords, you're protected. So if you have been going through this storm, that's the equivalent of the Five of Swords, the mental storm or the crazy chaos or the sadness or having to, get over something that was truly challenging, and it's hard, okay? But this card indicates that, you're being guided out of difficulty emotionally, but also in terms of the options that you have available to you. For some of you, this represents travel. It could be that you're going on a vacation, or you're going outside your usual parameters. You're going to an event or an experience that isn't the norm. It's not typical. So it could be that you're booking yourself on a course of learning, and that would put you in a group of people, for example. Or you could be going on a vacation with friends. I've already mentioned that. But the Six of Swords indicates you're being guided to where you need to be. Okay, and I feel for some of you, if you've had difficulties or challenges in relationships in the past, for some of you, something came to a very abrupt end. That's not going to happen in this experience. But this card can indicate that, you may have been conditioned to expect trouble ahead based on your experiences from the past, okay? But I feel like you're firmly leaving the past behind, and there is a brand new start here for you as well. Six of Swords is like you've been going through a very testing time, and you're transitioning towards something greater. You've been on a journey, a personal journey, and this is a card of exploration. So I feel whilst there is a lot of commonalities between you and this new person who's coming in, I feel you meet them outside your comfort zone, and they may be from a different part of the world than you, but there's so many similarities. You just gel. You're just on the same page together. Now, we do have that Justice card showing up, which can indicate that, of course, there's a soul contract, but also it's cause and effect, okay? So this can indicate that it's time to stop manifesting and dreaming in your head and take action on those dreams, for example. And I'm just giving you an example. So if your intention has been to get on a dating app, because I do feel some of you may have this discussion with a friend in the near future, if you haven't already, it could be that now you're getting that launched. Or if you're planning a vacation, or you're promising yourself to get out there in the community or experience something new, this is the time for action. And the Justice card indicates you will have justice. There is good karma coming here for you. But also this could be you judging, who it is that you want, because we do have those two aces there. So someone that there is some chemistry, but you may feel it's fleeting. You may wonder, is this like infatuation, for example? And I feel this is mainly connected to someone your friend is trying to set you up with. But when you meet this person, the Ace of Cups, it's love, and it develops into something truly special indeed. This is you aligning yourself with unconditional love, and I feel this is about you opening up to the possibilities available to you. And the universe is bringing you what you desire. It's bringing your dreams into being when you get this card. This is about, I always say this, it's like I use a body of water to scry, right? So that is like a cup of water. basically. It's like the dream of love. It starts to develop and blossom into something that's real, something that's tangible, something that you experience on the emotional plane. So this card, it literally means romance, the start of emotion and love, an opportunity in a relationship where both people care deeply about each other, and it will develop into something long term, because the Four of Pentacles is there, so it is for keeps. Okay. Now, some of you may have met jealous people in the past, okay, or people who try to control you in some way. You're also ending that cycle. You know, the person you're about to meet is very calming on your energy. They just fit into your life in the most positive of ways, and vice versa. And interesting, I'm being given a cookbook, a recipe book with this person as well. I'm seeing that in the water. Now, this can mean many things. This could literally mean that this person is nourishing for your soul, because that card can also mean that, okay? But also, I'm getting like, maybe they're a dish, okay? I think that this person is very attractive who's coming in, and they match your vibration. And I feel like, you know, you're a really great couple together. But also, I'm getting that maybe they have all the ingredients that you're looking for in a person, okay? I mean, rather than symbolically, it could literally mean that this person is, you know, in the catering field, or that they have written, you know, recipes or a book maybe, or maybe they're in the middle of doing that, or they've got culinary skills, so they're good at cooking. So it could be that they cook you a romantic meal within the first couple of dates, for example. So, I mean, I'm just giving you what I can see. I can't really give you anything more, but I'm just seeing like a cookbook, you know, recipe book there, and it's very official. So this could be something that they are literally writing. It could be also like they cook you a meal that is passed down through generations, or perhaps, yeah, I just getting this energy of like a fusion of meals as well. So I'm just going to leave that there, because I'm not really sure what that means. I mean, I know what a fusion of, you know, meals are, but I mean, I don't know how it is relevant to your reading in some way. So I'm just going to leave that like that. It may be relevant closer to when you meet this person, or as you start the relationship. But the Chariot card indicates, again, a choice, the direction you go in, but it means that you accomplish something that you dedicated yourself to. You know, you triumph in a desire. You have the energy, the motivation to make progress in your love life. So I feel this Chariot card is also connected to travel. So a lot of you are moving on from something that was challenging, and you are heading straight towards love. Okay, but I also feel that this is going to be a very adventurous relationship. And for some of you, this person could be at a distance, because there's so much travel energy there. So it could be like a conference that you meet this person at, and they live in a different part of the world or a different town, and there's a slight distance, but you'll make it work. I feel for some of you, you'll even find that the person that you're meant to be with may even be moving to your town, or some of you are called to move somewhere. You feel that it's time to like end a place where you currently are at in order to relocate. So please apply it to your situation, and that's where you'll meet the one. But I feel there is some sort of travel or relocation energy connected to you or the person that you're about to meet. And I feel this card is like conquering, you know, it's moving forward. It's like destiny taking over, and you're leading with passion, drive, you're leaving the old behind. It's really important to recognize that on the Chariot cards, there's rarely any reins, okay? There's no one actually driving this chariot, because it's fate. So I really feel destiny is stepping in to put you in the path to meet love and move forward with that person who is meant to love you, and meant to love you for your whole life, and vice versa. So is there love coming on in? I would say yes. Are you going to be set up with a person? I would say yes. And I feel you have to decide between the two. That Seven of Wands is like, who are you going to let in? Who are you going to let down? So I feel in the next 6 weeks, there is going to be some action in your love life, whether it's through a friend trying to set you up, or whether it's you going to an event where you meet someone who has a connection to a friend of yours, but shortly after you'll meet a new person who is not connected at all. And I feel you'll explore your options. You'll really dive deep into how you feel. I mean, there's one person, it's a no-brainer. As soon as you meet that person, I feel like you fall in love with that person. And again, I'm getting like a bowling ball hitting all the pins, the 10 pins. It's like strike. And earlier when I shuffle the cards, I got a 10 of Pentacles and a 10 of Cups. So it's like, either way, whoever you choose, you'll strike it lucky, but one your heart is yearning for. So, I mean, it stands to reason that you follow your heart. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please? Okay. Now, you have another interesting card. Okay, you have the Catalyst, Hydra. Okay, so that's all about the snake. It's about transformation. And this is the year of the snake. So I feel this is the year that you actually fall in love with your soulmate. Something needs to change in your life, and you are the catalyst for change right now. All your cards are calling you to change something about your life. And it could be a schedule change. It could be that you've been super busy and you've had no time for yourself. It could be that, you know, you've been meaning to get round to doing something and it hasn't happened, but now you're going to do it. And finally, we've got guidance. Oh my gosh, look at that. That was a really strong energy that's coming out in your reading. I got true chills here. Someone is guiding you to where you need to be, okay? And I feel trust the guidance. I mean, you've got the ship there on that as well. Okay, and this is the ship. This is, I mean, this card literally means guidance, okay? Out of challenge into a place where you need to be. So I would say trust the process, and if you feel called to do something, do it, okay? And I see a lot of like spontaneity happening here as well for you, where impromptu events or impromptu experiences pop up and you just embrace them. You don't think about them and you just go for it, okay? Thanks so much for it, guys. Thank you guys. Beautiful Taurus. Okay, so we have a plant pot, okay? So this can indicate that you've been going through a period of growth and that you are going to meet a person where there is a healthy relationship start, you know, the seedling that will grow into something really spectacular. So I do feel this is the start. I mean, for some of you, you may have gone through a divorce or a separation, and this is the start of a new life. And you may have been wondering, is love still out there for you? The answer is yes. Some of you may have gone through a very challenging experience where you've had to deal with a lot of endings in your life and new beginnings. And it may feel like a very isolating experience, or you feel like you've been drifting for a while and trying to sort your way through life. But suddenly I feel, you know where you are being called to be, and you're being guided there, and you'll start to see things really flourish for you as well. Now we also have the camel. Okay, so the camel can indicate that, you know, you're very resourceful. Okay, I mean, some of you could literally be traveling to a place where they have camels, like Egypt, for example. So please take it as it resonates. I mean, this could be that you've been waiting a long time. If you think about the desert in terms of like the dating scene, it can be that there's a sparse environment, there's a drought on, there's no one out there that you're really connecting to, and you've been thirsty, but you've been resourceful, you've been focusing on, you know, your responsibilities and getting yourself from A to B, and you're saving yourself for the one. So, you know, there's a lot of energy here about water and, you know, desert and fire. It's like some of you may have felt like you've been laying dormant, or you've surrendered to the process of waiting, but you're not giving up on love. And what else am I getting here with this camel? I feel this is about adventure more than anything. I feel this is a time for adventure and for exploring outside your usual circumstances. I mean, the camel could literally be a logo as well. It could be that you meet this person and they run their own business and they've got a camel as the business logo, for example. Or it could be that you meet a person and you're invited to a date with them and the restaurant has like camel pictures everywhere. So it may mean nothing at this moment in time, but suddenly everything starts to slot into place. So I will leave it there. I hope something resonates, my beautiful Taurians. Thank you so much, and love and light.